My name's Laura.
And then my name's Ingrid.
Okay. And do you want to read the first
You want me
question?
to read off the questions?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Let me pull it up. Where is it? I had it pulled up. The first question is discuss the opening stage directions and character descriptions for this play. What information do they give you about what the play might be about?
So I, sorry, I also want to pull up the
Yeah.
play, but I agree. Like, I'm saying, like, I think that the stage direction didn't really help us to know what this play was about. And to me, I just thought it was about like the daily routine of a mother and a daughter. And like how they like have conversations with each other.
Like I agree as well. Like I didn't think of like any of the plot twists that happened or information that we got later on was like really told because I thought this was just gonna be a play about like the mom and the daughter and like their daily life because that's what how it was playing off because they're saying don't think of anything different like they're just like regular people and I thought the like directions were just like to give more information for the actors to know how to act a little bit rather than
Hmm.
like provide us context because I didn't see like the story develop through like the author's note or like the character descriptions other than like it did help us with like the personalities of the mom and the
Yeah,
daughter.
I agree. Like I think more the stage directions were like how when you were putting on the play that like it would help the audience um like pay attention or like center their focus on like the stress of Jesse going in this like in the attic or like wherever the room where she was trying to find all the stuff. And like I thought it was
Yeah.
important like it is important how they like did also like stage directions in the excerpt as well.
Yeah, I did like how like some of it showed us like where they specified they aren't meant to look like dumber or less intelligent. I
Hmm.
did like how they were pointing that out, especially for like the time period it's supposed to be set in. But I don't think like it the author's note or like the character descriptions helped much of the story from like if you were just reading the whole thing on its own.
Yeah. So you mainly like pay attention like for like just how they act, like what th their actions are and like how they discuss with each other and how like you can kind of tell that like when they talk to each other, they're the very like they're used to it because they've been living with each other for so long. So they talk very fast and like short sentences and they know what each other mean, but they also like intersect conversations into one, you know?
Yeah. Like you notice like one could be talking about something completely different
Yes.
and then get a response from something that was like mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
And it was just shows like their dynamic shows much like a mother and daughter because that's what they
Yes.
are, but it shows that they've been around together for so long that they just build off what the other's saying.
Yeah, and they can definitely like multitask conversations. You can tell like they're so used to each other. Do you want to move on to the second question?
Yeah. The second question is from this available dialogue, what do you think the relationship is between Jesse and Thelma?
I think you can definitely tell like Jessie is to the point and less like chatty compared to her mother Thelma, and like you can tell Thelma's just like worrying about like just random stuff. She's just worried about the cupcake. And like and then like but as the conversation develops, like she is like has base level questions or just like she's just like spreading her judgment, not necessarily like in a mean way, but like she's just being very chatty. And whereas Jesse's just like trying to find her father's gun and she's just asking questions and she's like telling her mom that she's not being useful. But like it's not in a way that's like degrading to one another, you know? It's like you're comfortable in saying
What
these things around each other.
Yeah, like what I noticed was you can tell that Jessie is like more reserved and calm even around her mom. And like
Mm-hmm.
some of her dialogue can come out as more sarcastic or a little more
Mm-hmm.
like criticism. Especially when she's talking to her mom like near the end where she's like, just tell me where the gun is, and her mom
Yes.
just keeps going off on like a tangent on like a whole different thing and saying like, why do you need the gun? Or like, why are you doing this? Like, and
Yes.
the daughter's just like straight to the point, like she didn't even like hide it when she was just like, I'm going to kill myself, and the mom's like, wait, what? Why? Like
Yeah,
you
like
can't just
and
say that.
even before, like when you can tell she was like kind of like reserved with her mom because she was saying like it's for protection, and like her mom was like we don't have criminals around this area. It's fine. Like what are you talking
Like
about?
you can tell gets like very concerned over her and is
Hmm.
actually like really caring, but you can tell that Jesse's just more reserved, and even with talking to her mom she's like holding back on like information. Even when they mentioned like the son, they Delma was like, well, it's not your fault that those happen like that, he'll come back to his senses. And the
Hmm.
mom and Jesse was just like, it's my fault, it's my fault, like he turned out that way, like I'm like it's affecting my life too. And like
Hmm.
you can tell that Jessie might be a little more emotional than her mom, and
Yes.
like she's hiding.
She's more like emotionally intelligent, and the mom, rather, she's like, well, it'll be fine. Like, but like Jessie likes to go into like a deeper thought process of like what's happening in her life, and you can tell that way because of how she
Yeah.
blames herself. Yeah, I agree.
And then you can also tell a little bit that Thelma's a little more like older, like old minded in a way. Like she doesn't
Hmm.
really think like any other way. She's like those people are like back in my days, because she's like, we've never had criminals around here, even when
Hmm.
I was young. Or like
Hmm.
when the way she says certain words, you're like, you can tell that she is older,
Yeah.
even if they didn't give the description.
Mhm. Correct. I think also like you can tell like how both of them are completely different, but they have been around each other for so long because their mother and daughter relationship. You can tell, sorry, that these women could like fight or argue with their different
Mm-hmm.
personalities. And I think it just emphasizes the mother and daughter relationship as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I think even if we didn't have the character descriptions of them being like mother and daughter, you can still pick up on like how they were acting throughout the scenes, that they are like very much mother and daughter
Hmm.
without being told. Based on like they will ask each other, "Do you know where this is? Can you help me with this? Is
Hmm.
this where it's supposed to be?" And how they just act towards one another in their behaviors. You can clearly pick up on like their relationship very quickly.
Yeah. And I think another way, obviously we've touched on this, like contrasting that you can like if you hadn't known that they were mother and daughter, you can tell it's contrasting toward the mother and daughter relationship is, it's like you can see that Jessie is more like mature and she's trying to like she has like a mature mindset, whereas her mom in this conversation is more like willy-nilly, like she's too worried about the cupcakes. Like
Yeah. You
so.
can tell like her mom gets like off topic pretty often, like
Hmm.
even in serious conversations.
Yeah.
Because even when she was asking her daughter like about like why are you gonna kill yourself or why is this happening, she also goes back to the cupcakes at some point to talk about them.
Yes. Yeah. I agree. Um, I think that's good. Do you think?
Yeah, I think so. I
Yeah.
think we answered.
Yeah, I know. It was pretty like